CRB Check is a process undertaken by the Criminal Records Bureau, which is part of the UK government. The purpose of the Criminal Records Bureau is to safeguard employers in terms of identifying whether a potential employee or a candidate has any outstanding warrants, any outstanding convictions, any outstanding fines or cautions against them that could impact their application for employment. CRB checks are usually spoken about on the news when there's been a problem with an adult trusted to work with a child or vulnerable adults. The CRB checks are very, very important as a safeguard for employers to know, at least legally, that they are employing a person of potentially good character that behaves themselves within the rules and regulations and laws of the land. Now, CRB checks may be requested by your employer if you're working with sensitive information, whether you're working with vulnerable adults or if you're working in a college or school with children. But there are other situations as well. Now, it does need to be undertaken. It's a very, very important, a crucial process that an employer, a potential employer, needs to undertake to safeguard themselves and show due diligence. Now, CRB checks, when they're requested, applied for, can take anything from 2 to 6 weeks to complete. When it's been completed and subject to the CRB check being positive, as in no outstanding warrants, cautions, convictions, etc., you will get a certificate, a note stating that you've been checked as of a certain date and everything's fine. But if you notice that an application form or an advert requests that you will be CRB checked, why not have that CRB check, the positive one, there ready and waiting? You can actually apply for your own CRB check. It doesn't have to be by a third party. But just as we've mentioned in another video about using references, employer references proactively, why not do the same with a CRB check? Have it there ready in your application pack with a fantastic covering letter, with a brilliant CV, with past employer references, and have it there and mention it in the covering letter. It's always better to be ready to have these things in place rather than waiting for the potential employer, if you do get through the interview, to go and apply for it themselves. All that does is cause delays. So why not show some initiative, be proactive and request a CRB check. It might cost you a few pounds, but it's worth it if it gets you that job. So CRB checks are vital. If you want to look at more information on that, look at the Direct.gov website, which will give you more information on what it's about, why it's required and how you can go about acquiring one. Do the job for your potential employer if you think a CRB check will be required.